the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Straight ahead on the news at noon, all clear why Catholic University was on lockdown.
Do you have any comments?
I have no statement. Thank you. I have no statement.
And the Frederick County Sheriff to take a leave of absence after being indicted. Who will take his place? And good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. There was quite a scare today at Catholic University after there were concerns of a possible threat. The university's Department of Safety, along with DC Police, swept through several locations on campus. They say that there's no threat to the community. The shelter in place has since been lifted. Well, in Prince George's County, Maryland, State Attorney Aisha Brayboy says that her office will continue to fight for justice for children in the county. DC News Now's Tosin Fakile is live in Upper Marlboro at the county building with more. And Tosin, what did Brayboy have to say?
So yeah, Mark, they talked about a lot of things, and the big message was they will continue to fight for justice for kids and their families impacted by child abuse. Now, officials say several cases of child abuse are reported daily here in Prince George's County, and they said hundreds of child abuse cases are reported in a year. And they say they're trying hard to achieve justice, not just for those children, but their families. And they have a message, and that message is that kind of behavior, child abuse, will not be tolerated here in this county. Now, officials say this is Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. Brayboy says her office works closely with the Special Victims and Family Violence Unit, PG's Child Advocacy Center, and the Community Advocates for Family and Unit. Brayboy talked about a few cases where they've worked to get justice for children, some of who were abused under the age of 10. And PG County State Attorney and the partners with her office said they are grateful for the people who send in the reports about these abuses. And those people are usually the non-offending parents, teachers of schools, therapists. And they say they also rely on law enforcement officials who sometimes get the call about the instances of abuse. And these officials say they will continue to fight for justice.
One of the other messages I want to send this morning is that there is no statute of limitation when it comes to child sex abuse. We will pursue every case that comes to our office.
Child abuse is an insidious crime. It takes place where children should feel the most safe, in their homes, their schools, churches, daycare centers, and other places.
And officials really press that matter of this kind of behavior will not be tolerated. Brayboy also talked about the fact that her office, she did say that it is difficult to prove first-degree child abuse, but she said her office is playing a critical role in helping to expand the definition of first-degree child abuse to include multiple incidents. And Mark, before I let you go, I do want to mention we did ask her about that daycare incident in Oxon Hill, and she says right now they are moving forward with prosecuting in this case. They say a preliminary hearing is expected for about May 15th. We're live in Upper Marlboro. I'm Tosin Fakile for DC News Now. Back to you.
All right, Tosin, thank you. Federal appeals court is upholding access to abortion drugs. Now, however, the ruling restricts how the drug is dispensed. It allows the drug to only be dispensed up to 7 weeks of pregnancy instead of 10. Now, it also does not allow the drug to be sent by mail. Now, the drug, mifepristone, has been FDA approved for more than 20 years. The case could head to the United States Supreme Court. Well, outside a warm start to our day, could we break any records? That's the big question. Well, let's go to the person with the answer now, weathercaster Brittany Ward, who joins us with the latest on the check on the forecast. And Brittany, are we going to see 80-degree temperatures today?
Absolutely, Mark. 80s across majority of the DMV. Some locations, mainly down to our south, could see some record-breaking temperatures. But here in D.C., we're going to be holding on to the 80s. And overall, it's shaping out to be a beautiful day filled with lots of sunshine. Take a look at the temperatures right now. Stepping out the door, any lunch plans, it's going to be a nice day. Already 83 here in the nation's capital. You head over there to Frederick, we're still holding on to the lower 80s, but then in the higher terrain further off to the west in those mountain counties, Hagerstown 77, as well as Martinsburg, Cumberland 78 as you head over there to Kaiser. Now, highs today, again, we'll be holding on to the 80s across majority of the area. You can see down to our south, we see locations in the upper 80s, flirting with the 90s today. Lots of sunshine in store for your Thursday. So it's shaping out to be a very nice day for you guys to get outside and get some fresh air. Those winds are on the lighter side. We're seeing them shift out of the south to southwest. Overall, we do still have that enhanced fire threat in place for majority of the state of Maryland and the eastern panhandle. So lighting a cigarette or having an open flame, just make sure you don't leave it unattended, because we do have very dry air in the atmosphere, which could spark up a few wildfires. So planning your afternoon here in the nation's capital. Again, beautiful day out there for you guys to get outside, enjoy it. Lots of sunshine as we head through the afternoon. That's going to be the trend. The temperatures will be on the warmer side by that 3 o'clock hour. We're finally getting into the upper 80s, but sunshine does not stick around for too long. So definitely keep it here, Mark. We'll talk about your weekend plans in just a bit.
All right, Brittany, thank you. In Maryland, Frederick County Sheriff Chuck Jenkins is preparing to start his leave of absence. This comes after his arraignment on charges of trying to illegally get machine guns. DC News Now's Lex Juarez has the latest response from Frederick.
That's right. You know, Sheriff Jenkins was in court in Baltimore yesterday, but back here in Frederick, people were rallying, calling for his full resignation. Now, Jenkins is facing several charges of conspiracy and making false statements in order to acquire machine guns. According to a grand jury indictment, Jenkins and the business owner who is also charged in the case, Robert Kropp, knew that the machine guns were not for the sheriff's office to use. The indictment goes further to say that the machine guns were for Kropp's business and that the business was also a political supporter of Sheriff Jenkins' election campaign. So 4 of the charges against him have maximum sentences that altogether would equal 25 years behind bars. Jenkins pled not guilty in court before announcing his leave of absence.
That is a step in the right direction, but we know we need more. We know we need Sheriff Jenkins to actually resign his office and make way for people who care about public safety.
Well, everyone has a right to the freedom of speech, and we're going to support that 100%. So our professional men, women, deputies, correctional officers, and support staff, our folks down at the jail, and our folks at the courthouse are going to do everything they can to remain professional throughout this entire process.
Well, Sheriff Jenkins said that leave of absence will last throughout the court case. Kropp will be in court later today. In Frederick, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Lex, thank you. Well, today, family and friends gathering for the funeral for the 17-year-old shot and killed by Park police officers. Officers got a call about a stolen car in Northeast last month, and Delana Martin was sleeping in the car when an officer got inside. He drove off with the officer still in the back seat. That officer fired several times, killing the teen before the car crashed into a nearby home. And developing now, police say that they found the car believed to be involved in a deadly shooting Tuesday. 4 people were shot, one of them killed outside of a funeral home in Northeast. They're still searching for the gunman. This is the car that police say was used. Police describe it as a white Lexus IS 3350. Investigators identified Terrell Coghill as the man who died in the shooting. The funeral was being held for another man who was shot and killed last month. That homicide is still unsolved. Well, developing now, we're learning more about a man shot and killed inside of a McDonald's in Northeast last night. It happened after 6 o'clock on Benning Road near Bladensburg Road. Police say that a man was found unconscious and not breathing. According to officials, he died at the scene. Right now, the description of the suspect or suspects not been released. D.C. officials say that crime prevention investments are paying off. That's with crime dropping in several areas that the district's nightlife task force is focusing on. The Connecticut Avenue corridor is a main focus for the task force, which was designed to curb violence in nightlife districts. Well, the deputy mayor of public safety and justice says that crime dropped there more than 600%. However, some people say they're still seeing some problems.
A couple days ago, we got broken into around 4 in the morning.
We saw a lot of maverick behavior where people were coming to the clubs and then doing whatever they wanted late at night, like the Wild Wild West.
Well, advocates for businesses north of DuPont Circle say that they want to see the task force continue its work. Well, the mayor's office is expanding the use of nightlife task force. Earlier this year, they launched one in Adams Morgan. D.C. is receiving a $15 million settlement from e-cigarette giant Juul Labs. Now, this after accusations claim the company promoted vaping to young people despite its health risks. Now, this settlement is part of a larger $462 million six-state settlement. The suit also involves New York, California, Massachusetts, Colorado, and New Mexico. The settlement will also stop the company from marketing to teens and young children.
One of my top priorities as the Attorney General for the District of Columbia is making sure young people here in the nation's capital grow up healthy. And when companies like Juul prey on and manipulate the district's residents, and in particular our children, my office will use every legal tool available to hold them accountable.
It's important to note Juul did not admit wrongdoing in the settlement. Well, changes are coming to a stretch of the George Washington Parkway, and it could cause some headaches. DC News Now's traffic anchor, Shanika Grimshaw, tells you what you need to know to help you avoid making it a stressful experience.
DMV drivers will no longer have access to this stretch of the roadway along GW Parkway. Construction will cause the closures along the parkway between I-495 and Route 123. It'll be reduced to 3 lanes for morning rush hour and 2 lanes carrying southbound traffic into D.C. Now, during the evening commute, lanes will reverse to 2 lanes heading north toward Maryland. Drivers should pay close attention to the new traffic signs and expect major delays.
If possible, to find alternate routes around this area. If you are going to be using the parkway, we ask you slow down. The lanes will be a little narrower, so slow down, pay attention. The speed limit is out here, it's 40 miles an hour.
Now, the changes aren't permanent, but they're expected to last for a pretty long time. Now, construction won't be done until the end of 2025. For DC News Now, I'm Shanika Grimshaw.